Here's my 60. I'm going to start. I tried removing these studs. I triple nut them on top and I couldn't get them turned, so I'm going to have to apply some heat. And I'm doing that before I clean the crankcase up, because I realized the easiest way to hold the cylinders to remove the studs was to put them on the crankcase. So I'm going to go at heating these, so hopefully they'll come loose. Some of you would probably heat the stud, some would heat the cylinder. I'm going to concentrate on the cylinder because the cylinders are cracked anyway, and I'd rather not heat the studs red if I don't have to. Oh, put a little penetrating oil on them. Oh, this one I heated previously and got it to turn some. Oh. One. Now I gotta take the nuts off it. See, I triple nutted them to turn it. I'm gonna see if double nutting it will be enough to get it to come loose. gotta lock them good. Now, try. No, nuts are turning. There I came. That'll be a slow, tedious process. You don't have to watch me take all those out. We're just gonna let those soak after I heated it till I get back, come back to this. I'm gonna go show you some more now about the push rod tubes and the fuel transfer, vacuum fuel transfer tank. Well, here are my push rod tubes. I never looked at them real close before, but I think they're in better condition than what I had originally thought. I actually took the spring and washer off of two of them so far. They would have this spring and washer, and I suppose it was a felt or cork or something here to make them seat. When they're installed, this is what I'd call the tappet block. The cam follower fits in there, and then the push rod fits down in like that, and the spring keeps it tight up against the cylinder head. So they're actually, I mean, they're pitted, but it doesn't matter. But they're actually in, except for this one here. This one apparently got full of water, so it really rusted on the bottom. And the reason you know it had been full of water at one time is it froze and split. But that I'll be able to close up and weld, and I'll repair the end of the tube. So, and you can see, as I said, this tractor was apparently put together, probably had the best parts from numerous tractors, and you can see when they painted it, they painted after it was fully assembled, because all the push rod tubes just have paint on one side. Now I'm going to try and get one of these apart. How I did the two I already have done. First, I just worked on the spring a little bit with the screwdriver, like that. And, well, it doesn't matter if that broke. Then put a wrench over the end. Tapped on it to loosen up the washer, and off it comes. Spring comes off, and it's ready to be cleaned up on the wire wheel. So that seems to be all there is to getting those disassembled. Let's take this real bad, see if this real bad one will come apart. That one's not moving so easy. it's moved now. Well, I wire brushed it and now it'll come off. And this push rod tube, I'll repair the end of it and I'll tap that back into position and weld it. So those are the push rod tubes. This is the vacuum fuel feed system, a Stewart vacuum fuel feed system. This is the one that came off the tractor. It mounts up between the second and third cylinder on the magneto side. And you can see here's a tube where the plug wires went through. And once again a sign that this tractor was painted after it was fully assembled, because even the plug wires got painted where they come out of that spark plug tube. In this fuel feed system, vacuum feed, you can see it looks to be in pretty good condition other than the bottom. It's completely rusted, gone. But fortunately, instead of having to repair that one, I have another one. And this one appears to be in really good condition. And this one was in the barn at that estate when I was cleaning out. And any items like this that I could pick up and bring along, I did. And it looks to be an identical one. It is a Stewart vacuum fuel feed system. Patented February 14th, 1911. So it looks to be identical. The trick will be to getting it, the cover taken off the top of it, to clean it all up inside. And first I was thinking, well, I can't heat these screws because this joint is obviously soldered. This lip here's rim around the top of the tank is obviously soldered on. But I thought I'll never get those screws off without heat. And first I had thought about grinding them off, taking them off, and then drilling them out and retapping or whatever. And man, that's a lot of work on all those to get them lined up nice. And then I thought I might as well heat. The worst that can happen is this solder joint will come apart. And that I can solder back on, because it'll be a lot better if I can heat the screws and get them out of their original threads. So that tank appears to be in really nice condition, and it appears to be identical to the one that came off the tractor. And when I get it apart, I'll describe how it works. So I think that's it for today. And I'm going to try and keep up every bit of progress I make on this tractor for the people who really want to follow it, and they'll know quite a bit more about a Cat 60 by the time I'm done.